I don't know, man. I'm gonna keep it real. It seems like every day when a new development within the assassination attempt of Donald Trump, comes out, it's just the math don't be mathing. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's really how I feel every time, because you get this piece of information and this didn't happen this way, and that didn't happen this way, then the very next day it was this person that did this, and it was like woo. But we all still trying to understand it, y'all. But I see online right now, Secret Service Director Kimberly Cheatle and Secretary of Homeland Security Alejandro Mayorkas are guilty of treason for their roles in the assassination attempt of President Trump. Is what's being alleged here. They should never have been allowed. This should have never been allowed to happen. Divine intervention saved his life. And rest in peace to Corey.
This is a 3D illustration of how many bullets were fired and their trajectory that struck 3 people at the Trump rally on July 13th, 2024. This is the area we're going to focus in on. Here you can see the 3 victims that were injured by gunfire and where they were standing in the bleachers. We're going to turn around and demonstrate exactly where these bullets came from. This model represents Thomas Crooks. His position could be seen here in this image, which illustrates exactly where he was. Turning around, we can see the path of all the bullets that were fired from this location. I placed a 10-foot red disc downrange to represent what an average shooter could hit easily. Now let's take a look at this first shot fired. Coming from our key location, bullet 1 grazes President Trump's ear. This is the same bullet that hits a spectator in the stands. We know this through video evidence. As President Trump is talking, the first shot rings out just after he says, "Take a look at what happened."
Something that said, "Take a look at what happened."
We can see the vapor trail of a bullet strike, which is the same bullet that struck President Trump's ear a split second earlier, and this video is this location here. Back at the podium, President Trump is shot and grabs his ear, falling to the ground as more shots rang out. In total, there were 7 or 8 shots, so let's rewind and watch this at regular speed.
Take a look at what happened.
With all that gunfire, it's easy to understand how these spectators were injured, even though they were not the target, including the sole spectator who lost his life that day. As we circle around, we can see how all the paths of the bullets were hitting in the location of this forklift machine, causing one of the hydraulic hoses to burst.
I'm glad we actually got a video or animation as to how it all took place, especially for the naysayers and the people that saying that all this is staged, which I genuinely don't understand. Like, even with a high level of TDS, how you can say something like that was staged. I don't get it. It don't make sense to me. But I will say that was a great breakdown, and I appreciate that assessment. Somebody said, "This is so helpful yet incredibly sad to see. The media needs to share this, but they won't." Of course not, man. They're not gonna show solidarity for Donald Trump. Well, I quit playing. Absolutely, they shot for the king, but unalive people. And how you say that? Mayorkas must be tried for treason. A treason statute might not fit the bill, although I agree with you. Somebody else said, yeah, so there wasn't a second shooter on the water tower. We don't know. But what I do know right now is BlackRock is set to make trillions rebuilding Ukraine under a Biden administration. Follow me, still follow along. And they're like, what does this have to do with anything? And it will lose big if Trump is elected. American elections are not waged between Republicans and Democrats. They are waged between globalists, socialists, and conservative national populists. Y'all, this just keeps getting weirder.
And the plot thickens. For the record, all of this is public information. But yesterday I made a video talking about how this guy who tried to pew-pew this guy, well, he was actually in a commercial, which this is a screenshot of it. It's legit. It keeps getting scrubbed, but here it is. And it's a commercial for these guys. And these guys also happen to own the company that owns the company that owns the building that this guy accessed the roof of to try and pew-pew this guy. Again, I'm not accusing anyone of anything. This is just public information. Much like the public information of how these guys made a ton of money solely because of Biden's presidency. They have contracts for $1 trillion plus to rebuild Ukraine. Contracts that they would have never gotten if Joe Biden was president. And if Trump becomes president, they probably will lose those contracts. So, public information. I'm, again, not accusing anyone of anything. And here's where it gets really weird. So yesterday, I posted a video talking about this, and it was getting shared faster than any video I've ever posted ever. It got over 1 million views in less than 24 hours. Just, everyone's like, what? And then I got hit with this. Boom! What are you guys trying to hide, TikTok? Why are you trying to hide public information? It's a little sus. Which made me look into it, and now I realized, I found out that apparently these guys are owned by these guys, which, you guessed it, are owned by these guys. But if my account gets just full after this video, so be it. But there you have it.
All I can say is I personally can't prove none of this right now. You know what I'm saying? Well, we know that facts are facts, and that means who owns the company, that's there. But what he's, possibly insinuating, I'm just saying, we just delivering the information that we're getting so far. Everybody's speculating right now. Nothing is concrete, YouTube. But I will say this is very interesting and informative, to say the least. Right now, ain't nothing too far-fetched. Earlier today, Colin Rugg posted Thomas Crooks was able to fly a drone over the Pennsylvania rally location before the event started, according to the Wall Street Journal. So a 20-year-old would be an assassin. So a 20-year-old would-be assassin could use a drone, but not the Secret Service. Okay. Quote, the gunman who tried to kill Donald Trump was able to fly a drone and get aerial footage of the Western PA fairgrounds shortly before the former president was set to speak there. Makes no sense. Law enforcement officials briefed on the matter said, further underscoring the stunning security lapses ahead of Trump's near assassination. Let's just watch the video, bro. I hate reading these things, and then so apparently this right here is the drone footage that they recovered. I'm not sure, I don't see nobody there, so this was definitely well before people arrived. He was scoping out the place, wow, man, this is horrible. Okay, I see somebody walking. I see one person down there, but yeah, this is horrible. You got this guy with this much. He had this much information to gain. Nobody noticed the drone. Nobody. Really? Yeah, I'm telling y'all, the plot just gets weirder and weirder every day, every single day.
They say it's a lone gunman. This is the brilliant mastermind who outsmarted the most sophisticated security team in the world all by himself. He walked a mile from Home Depot with the rifle, the silencer, the ammo. Somehow he knew he could put a ladder there, and even though there is security inside the building, he knew that he could go up the wall, get on the building, move all around, make a bunch of noise so that everybody in the vicinity could see him, and yet no one in security would do anything to stop this dork from opening up multiple shots, killing a good man, and then 2 people critically injured. They claim they can't access the shooter's phone. Or is it that you don't want to open the phone? The kid was in a commercial for BlackRock. You know, BlackRock, the people buying up all the houses so that you can't afford a house, causes rent to go up, inflation in the housing market. That BlackRock, the BlackRock that started the ETF that's buying up all the Bitcoin, that BlackRock, come on now.
You see what I mean? 2 different people. You know what I'm saying? These are 2 different people. I don't know where they're both from, but I imagine they're on 2 different parts of the earth right now. 2 different parts of the earth making this connection, man. I don't even want to say the company name right now. I brought the information to y'all. That's all I can do right now. You know what I'm saying? Because with the way things are going, the accounts getting taken and all that. Look, all of this is speculation. Okay, YouTube? I need to make sure you know that. Not for 1 second, though. also believe that this is somehow, you know, an inside gig, because I mean, honestly, how could they let a little kid like that get past sophisticated security? Oh, you can't convince me in no BS like that. Y'all done took a couple shots, y'all. I'm a little tipsy right now, so you know. But I absolutely think that this was something on the inside for sure. The kid was too loud about it. You know what I mean? People noticed him before he got on the building. People were alerting the police about him being on the building. The police was alerting the security. Secret Service. Kimberly Cheatle had knowledge about this, I believe. I don't know. First they said it was an hour, 7 minutes, 8 minutes, all these different times. But she had knowledge prior to it taking place and did nothing about it. But now they are saying that there were 2 different shooters. I'm not gonna scroll this picture down for obvious reasons. But yeah, they're saying that it was Thomas Matthew Crooks and Maxwell Urick. Simultaneously, and other media sources have pointed to Maxwell, 30-year-old left-wing extremist from Party South, as the shooter. And yeah, they saying that. Let me see what Thomas Matthew Crooks, a 20-year-old from, I can't even see that. The point is, they're saying that there's multiple people involved here. But not only that, former CIA analyst Gail Helt suggested that Donald Trump set up his own assassination attempt, bro. Really? Helt, who worked for the agency for 11 years, suggested Trump set up a failed hit because he was desperate to stay out of prison. These people, man.
Take a look what happened. Take a look.
I'm sorry, man, but you gotta be cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs to plan something like that. You know what? I want to stay out of jail, so I'm gonna risk my life. Not only are you gonna take the perfect shot to just shoot right here, I'm also gonna make sure that you get multiple, you know, and then, you know, but you make sure you don't hit nobody and nobody else actually get hurt. You know, we don't wanna, like, who plans for that? Like, that doesn't even. People, man. People. Okay, Colin Rugg was blocked for making this post. Haas twins responded as more likely the CIA set it up pretty much. These people are so corrupt, it's disgusting. On top of that, they think that we are stupid. I'm sorry, I couldn't think of a nicer word to say. They really think that we slow out here, man. My first thought is, what on earth did she analyze at the CIA? Because it definitely wasn't this. Second thought is, she is following instructions somebody wrote. Sue her like they did Alex Jones, somebody else wrote. So at what point are we charging her for malicious lies and defamation and then finding her close to $1 billion for her words? They set the precedent. It is time that we follow along and play their game. I want to lose every single cent she has. I want her to lose every single cent she has. Wow. It don't make no sense, man. In my next video, I'm gonna talk to y'all about how Democrats released an ad urging Biden to pass the torch. I know y'all like, whoa, that came out of nowhere, but that's definitely coming up next. And he has to leave, man, because if you follow the trail, man, Kimberly, Jill, Black Rock is starting to get real funny.